Phillies on Sub Media, and today we're going to recap last night's disgraceful game between the Philadelphia Phillies and the New York Mets as the Phillies lose 8-7 to the Mets as they blow a 7-0 lead. How in the world do you lose that game? How in the world do you lose that game? And I guess before we get into this video, please subscribe if you haven't done yet. Please turn on the notification bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video, and let's get into this. This video is also brought to you by All Things Phillies. All Things Phillies or Giants, a daily video of highlights from the game. So please go and subscribe to his channel. Link in the description section. I don't think he's going to be doing hardly any highlights last night. He's got plenty of highlights on the offensive side, but this bullpen certainly imploded last night. What's going on with Corey Knebel? That was the worst inning I've ever seen out of him in his career. That was just terrible. That was just terrible. It's an absolute disgrace. I don't even have words. I am just speechless. It's a common theme with this Phillies team, year in and year out, and nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. It's just been the same old story year after year. I don't even know anymore, ladies and gentlemen. I don't even know. I just can't even believe it. I mean, we have a 7-1 lead hanging into the top of the ninth thing. We had it in the bag, or at least we thought we did, and we allowed the Mets to have a 7-run top of the ninth inning to hold on to the win. You know what? I give this Mets team a lot of credit. I'll tell you what, I mean, I'm not knocking them at all. It's an absolute disgrace. Probably the worst loss inning I've ever recapped, by far. And I've said that a lot over my time of doing videos over this past 4 years, but I really mean it this time. This is the worst. I mean, this is the worst, probably one of the worst games in Phillies history over the past 10 years. I mean, honestly, I mean, this was just an absolute dumpster fire. I mean, I can't even believe it. I can't even believe it. And there you go again, another example of this Phillies team just giving up scoring runs. Of course, we scored 7, which is pretty dang good, but we just kind of stopped scoring runs. We kind of stopped the momentum a little bit, so we have to stop doing that. I mean, honestly, we need a break from this team. This team is just a heartbreaker. It's an absolute disgrace. As we pick up the scoring summary here in the bottom of the first inning, Bryce Harper doubles on a sharp line drive the other way to left field. A nice liner. Kyle Schwarber comes around to score. The Phillies now take a 1-0 lead. So Bryce Harper, who went hitless in the Texas Rangers series, comes back out and hits a nice line drive down the left field line. 1-0 Philadelphia. Then we pick it up here in the same inning. Nick Castellanos grounds out to second, and Alec Bohm comes around to score, and the Phillies now take a 2-0 lead. So you love the Nick Castellanos RBI ground out. So it was starting off pretty early. It really was. I mean, we were coming out hacking, and, shame on us for thinking that we really had a chance of winning this game. Of course, I mean, usually when you're up 7-0, you're going to win. No lead is safe. No lead is safe. No matter what they do, who they bring in, no lead is safe, apparently. Same inning, JT Realmuto singles on a line drive to center field. It deflected off of Taijuan Walker, and Bryce Harper comes around to score, and the Phillies now take a 3-0 lead. So JT with that nice line drive, single to score Harper, and Harper just basically jogging home. He didn't even really run. So it was kind of an easy score there. And then we pick it up here in the same inning. Gene Segura singles on a line drive the other way to right field. And Real comes around to score, and the Phillies now take a 4-0 lead. So we have a 4-run bottom of the first inning. So we got off to a great start. We were coming out hacking. So you could have asked for, a greater start than this. So 4-0 Philadelphia. Then we pick it up here in the bottom of the second inning. Nick Castellanos grounds out in the force out. They were not able to turn the double play as Castellanos was able to beat it out. Meanwhile, Kyle Schwarber comes around to score, and the Phillies now take a 5-0 lead. I mean, I understand we're going against this New York Mets team, but at this point of the ball game, of course, we didn't even score the 7 runs yet. I was really confident. I'm like, you know what? I mean, I could just feel it. I mean, the offense has come alive. Aaron Nola looks great. And I don't know. I mean, he was great. We ate another gem by his starting pitcher last night. I'll talk about that a little bit later. Pick it up here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Of course, we love a Bryce bomb. Of course, it was another solo shot. But hey, I mean, still ball went over the wall. As Bryce Harper homers on a deep fly ball to right center field. And the Phillies now take a 6-0 lead. Now, if you do remember, he only hit 1 home run in the month of May last year. And that was partly due because of, he spent a couple weeks on the injured list, and he just wasn't 100% healthy. So he has 2 home runs so far this month of May. So he had more home runs than he did last year in the month of May. And that ball was absolutely crushed, went into the visitors' bullpen. Pick it up here in the same inning, a little back-to-back action. This will be our final run of the ball game. As Nick Castellanos homers on a deep drive to left field. Nice little deep drive to left field action. I think we remember that, right? It was a solo shot as he went back with Harp, and the Phillies now take a 7-0 lead. That was Castellanos' first deep drive as a member of the Phillies, right? And his deep drive to left field. So you all remember that, right? I mean, it's kind of a meme that's circulated over the past year and a half. So 7-0 Philadelphia. Then we pick it up here in the top of the 6th inning. Be all Mets from here on out. As Starling Marte homers on a fly ball to left center field, his 3rd of the season, and New York gets on the board now a 7-1 ball game. So at this point, I just laughed. I'm like, I mean, you're down 7-0, and now you just get a home run to put you on the board. I'm like, yeah, whatever. I mean, Aaron Nola still looked great. I mean, he had a great night last night. Then in the top of the 9th inning, James Nord, who was great, man. I mean, what in the world? He was great going into this one as he's facing Francisco Lindor with Starling Marte on as Lindor crushes a home run on a fly ball to right center field, his 5th of the season, and it's now a 7-3 ball game. And still at that point, I'm like, I kind of got a bad feeling, but I'm kind of like, I think we're going to be fine. Then we pick it up here in the same inning. Mark Cannon hits a ground ball up the middle, bounces off of Corey Knebel's leg. It goes towards the third base side, and he runs to try to go and retrieve it for the first. The throw was not in time, so an infield single for Mark Cannon. Alonso came around to score, and the Mets now get a little closer to a 7-4 ball game. So at that point right there, I'm like, oh no. I'm kind of thinking like, I mean, it's only 1 out. I mean, the Mets were having a lot of momentum. Then we pick it up here in the same inning. J.D. Davis doubles on a sharp line drive to left field as Jeff McNeil comes around to score, and it's now a 7-5 ball game. Oh my goodness gracious. 7-5, and you got the tying run at second and third, 2 out for Brandon. Then we got the tying run at second. That right there, I'm like, oh boy, I actually was going to do the video last night. I had it all set up. I was sitting here waiting, trying to wait for the final pitch to be thrown, and I just was so sick to my stomach last night after we lost that game. Like, I don't have the energy to do a video. I was just so upset, so angry. I'm like, I don't have the energy to rant and get all upset. I just don't. And Brandon Nimmo signals on a line drive to center field. Mark Cannon and Travis Jankowski, old friend, comes around to score, and the Mets tie it at 7. Yeah. I mean, how in the world do you have a 7-0 lead? Do you lose a baseball game? I mean, it's just pathetic. I understand that Brad Hand did pitch last night, but I don't understand why you don't bring in a lefty right here. I really don't. I mean, I think Corey Knebel clearly doesn't have it. Brandon Nimmo, I mean, he's one of the most underrated players in the game. And I don't understand how in the world you can leave Corey Knebel in like that. I mean, he clearly doesn't have it. As I said, I mean, you've been on Brian Hand on some short rest. I understand that because he did pitch the night before. But you bring in a lefty in that situation. I don't understand that at all. Now we pick it up here in the same inning. Starling Marte doubles on a fly ball to left field, and Brandon Nimmo comes around to score, and New York now takes an 8-7 lead. I mean, this doesn't even seem real. I mean, this really just doesn't seem real. I mean, I thought I was in a nightmare last night. I really did. It just didn't seem real. So his 4th double of the season, and that'd be a final 8-7 as the Phillies lose a heartbreaker. I don't even know. Kyle Schwarber, Leon Spot collects 1 knock, also scores 2 of the Phillies' 7 runs, also drawing a walk. Alec Boehm collects 2 knocks over at third, also scores 1 of the Phillies' runs. I mean, Alec Boehm just continues to stay hot. Bryce Harper with a nice 2-hit night last night, RBI double, and a solo shot. Also scores 2 of the Phillies' runs last night. Of course, one of them being on that solo shot. And Nick Castellanos, so it was a big one, that nice line drive home run. He hit the left field, 2 RBI groundouts. Of course, he did exit after being hit in the wrist. So more news to follow on that. And that was just not fun to watch. And JT Realmuto also collecting 1 out on that line drive RBI single. Reese Hoskins, I mean, what is going on, man? I understand he did draw a walk last night, but he's not hitting at all. He's just not. The Giants scored a nice 3 night last night. I mean, come on, let's get this guy going a little bit. They're batting him down in the lineup now. He hit 7th last night. So hopefully this kind of gets him going. Antonio Herrera collects 2 knocks. Continues to produce out there in center. As I said, Stop. I don't care righty lefty. Just put him out there every day. I'm tired of seeing Matt Beerley get reps out there. Put Odubel Herrera out there every day. I don't care about the righty lefty. I do not care. Juan Camargo goes hitless at short. So we all know that little hot stretch he was on wasn't going to last. Go take a look at Aaron Nola's start. 7 innings, 3 hits, 1 run was earned, 1 walk, and 7 strikeouts. He was dominant last night. I mean, except for that home run he allowed to Marte, which wasn't even that big a deal at that time. Of course, it later proved to be costly later in the ball game, but at that time didn't really see that much big of a deal. But he was on last night. I mean, the off speed and stuff was working. It was working. So it's a shame we wasted his start like we did Zach's. What an absolute disgrace. And Jerry's Familia comes in and has that great 8th inning. I understand why would you not put him back out there again? I don't understand it. He takes him out. Joe Girardi takes him out. I mean, come on. I mean, that is just ridiculous. And James Norwood struggles to even collect an out. He did collect one, but smacked with 4 earned. His ERA now jumps to 10.29. I think he needs to be optioned. I mean, honestly. Like, bring back Chris Sanchez or Damon Jones or someone like that. He needs to be optioned. After that, you need to be optioned. I mean, like, that's unacceptable. I understand we all make mistakes, but how in the world do you get to stay in a team when you do something like that at his caliber? I mean, come on. And Corey Knebel, I mean, his first bunt save of the year, second loss of the year, 2/3 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs, all 3 are earned. Strikeout, his ERA is now at 3.27. You should have heard those boos last night when the inning was finally over. That was probably one of the loudest boos I think I've ever heard in my life. I mean, and as they should have. As they should have. So what a disgrace. What an absolute disgrace. I don't have words for this. I mean, you can just go back to some of my old videos from years past and combine them all together. I don't think anything has changed. And no team can embarrass themselves like this one. I mean, come on. I mean, it was 7-0 and you lose this baseball game? I mean, there's just no excuse. And Joe Girardi, I think you're fired, man. I mean, that's just my opinion. I'm tired of his decision making. I understand if people want to go on a limb and defend him, like, oh, you can't go out there and play for the team. I mean, he's the manager. Look what he's doing, taking out Familia after just 1 inning when he's looking really good. I understand Joe Girardi. He doesn't have a crystal ball. He can see the future, but I don't like his decision making. I just don't. Just an absolute disgrace. I mean, I don't have any other words other than that. You know what? This sets a tone for the rest of the series. This team, I mean, they're really, really down. They are really, really down. I mean, maybe makes them prone to play better and be like, come on, maybe a loss like this really, really wakes you up. I don't know. But this definitely has an effect on the team morale one way or another. This is a disgrace. 7-5 the first pitch tonight. Let's try to move on from this. But boy, the Mets are really breaking our heart. A lot over this year already with the no-hitter, coming back against the 7-0. A lot of heartbreakers against this New York Mets squad, which I hate. I mean, the Mets, my least favorite team by a lot. I cannot stand this team. Scherzer, 3-0 with a 2.61 ERA going against Kyle Gibson. 2-1 with a 2.93 ERA. This is the MLB TV free game of the day. I mean, it's going to be a washout today. I don't know if this game's even going to get in. But honestly, I mean, I think a lot of people need a break from this team. My goodness gracious. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe if you haven't yet. Please turn on the notification bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Check out the social media links, description section. At Phillies Hashtag Media, Instagram. Follow me on Twitter at Piazza Media. Call text 267-225-3292. Email me phillieshashtagmedia@gmail.com. So guys, thanks so much for watching. I'm Luke and I'll talk to you later. This team is an absolute disgrace. It's a heartbreaker. But let's go Phillies. I'll see you guys.